Manitoba Music Educators. My name is Jessica Taves. I am currently teaching grades 1 through 4 music on a term position at Niverville Elementary School this year. Thank you very much to those of you who have already been sharing some of your Tuesday tips. They have been fantastic, and a huge thank you to MOC for the organization of this project. I thought I would take an opportunity to share a movement lesson that has gone really well for some of my grade 3 students. So far this year, we have been learning about instruments of the orchestra, and by this year, of course, I mean 2021. We've already learned about string instruments, woodwind instruments, and now we're onto the brass family. And the way that we've been structuring things, now that we're able to be back in our wonderful music room, is in the first experience with a new family, kids will have an opportunity to have a booklet that I found on Music Play Online, where they can copy down the name of the instrument, learn a few fun facts. Then we'll watch a video from the Winnipeg Symphony Orchestra's Meet the Musicians series. They have great videos, Alex Conway on the flute, Paul Jeffrey on trumpet, and Elation Pauls for strings. So we've been kind of doing some pairings of music play, name, fun facts, actually watch a professional talk about their instrument and play it. Then the following class, after so much sitting, we move. In our first experience with the string family, we moved to a piece, I think it was Allegretto by Carl Jenkins, and this was a modified lesson plan from Katie Grace Miller at the online Odyssey of Artie and Denise in the summertime. And we experimented with things like casting spells and putting up spell shields, and it was a very prescribed movement. We discovered the form, kids had a lot of fun with this activity. Then for the second iteration, this was part of Paul Hindemith's collection. The movement was Schnell Viertel. I'll link the actual piece a little later on. And it was a brilliant example of rondo form. So whenever kids heard the flute playing, they would mime the flute, and then the A section would come back, and then the bassoon would play, and then the A section would come back. So it was a very clear rondo, very clear example of each woodwind instrument in turn. And now onto the brass family. For our movement experience with the brass family, we are using March of the Toreadors. Of course, it has a little bit of percussion in it, but kids were able to zero in on the brass sounds right away. First, kids actually just sat crisscross, hands on knees, closed their eyes, and imagined a movie in their mind. So I prodded them to think about things like, who are the characters in the story? What's happening? Where are they going? When the music changes, how does the scene change? Does it create conflict? Is it a happy ending? And then asked kids to share their movies immediately afterward, and there were brilliant suggestions. There was a lot of kids talking about circuses, which was perfect. There were some funny examples of kids walking with donuts or a unicorn dancing. Like, they have the best ideas. Then I walked over here and said, well, the song is called March of the Toreadors. We don't really know what a toreador is. So what if I told you a toreador is a bullfighter? We had to do a little explaining about, like, the red cloth, the bull running through, ole, ole, all that jazz. And then we started going, okay, so we have job 1, 2, 3 today. If job number 1 is to discover form, okay, we've done that before, so let's do it again. At this point, now this is their third experience. It went pretty quickly. I would just press play on the song, and as it ran through, we go, okay, first thing we hear, A, no introduction. Second time it happens, same or different. It's the same, A, so on and so forth. There isn't really a coda, it's more just a final chord, but for the sake of wrapping up their movements, we thought it would be kind of nice to say there was a little coda, or yeah. I gave them the hint for the word coda today. It rhymes with Yoda, and all of a sudden they go, coda! So now that there's a little coda, it's a baby coda. Try that one out, it was a hit. So, moving right along, after we've discovered the form, now we need to create some movements for the form. And once again, because I've been so prescriptive over the last 2 lessons, kids were quite ready to make their own form. So they imagined, again, the movie in their mind. The bull is getting ready for the first time around. Then, for the B section, the toreador is shaking the cloth and inviting the bull in. On the C section, the bull runs. But because the C section happens 2 times, we figured, well, maybe the bull ran and missed. That's why he had to come again. So the bull is just kind of getting ready with the little horns here, stomping the ground, toreador shaking the cloth. And for the bull running, one brilliant grade 3 student last week had the idea that as he's running, his head is looking down, he's using the horns, and then when he misses, he looks up, goes side to side, and goes, oh no, I missed. Another student had decided, well, if there's 2, maybe we run in this direction first, And the second time we hear it, we switch directions, just like the bowl would kind of be coming and going. Either one works, and the kids came up with it. So really, what your kids discover or works for them works best. And for the coda, we just said, whoever wins. We tried to keep it not violent. Some of them go there with swords and spears, and we're like, you can save that for home. We're just having fun here. So we just said, whoever wins, the audience would just clap at the end. So then, instead of choosing groups, I initially thought, well, whoever's in the A group will do the A movement, B group would do B movement, etc. We thought it would be more fun for just everyone to move at every opportunity. And we didn't perform it for a teacher, though if we wanted to really refine it, we could. They just had a really great experience moving their bodies, and it actually felt like a music class again. So for what it's worth, I hope the March of the Toreadors could be a fun movement opportunity for you and your kiddos as well.